Have you ever felt like everything is going wrong and you're having the most terrible day? Welcome, friends. Mrs. A here with another story to share with you. If you've ever felt like you are having the most terrible day, then I have the book for you. It's called The Terrible Day, and we'll read it together in just a minute. I also wanted to remind you that I share a bunch of different books and lessons about how we can build our social emotional skills. So be sure to subscribe and like my videos as you watch them. Let me know that you are learning new things or trying out some techniques or tools that I share. I also offer some classes that you can connect with online where I will be your live teacher, and you can check those out on my website, startyourdayWithMrsA.com. Now, without further ado, let's read The Terrible Day. Special thanks to Clever Publishing for sharing this book with me and allowing me to share it with you. The Terrible Day was written by Anastasia Galkina, illustrated by Karina Ladatko. The Terrible Day. How do you think our character is feeling? Yeah, maybe sad, disappointed. Let's find out. One day, Theo woke up to sunbeams dancing on his face. "Ah!" he exclaimed. "The sun is blinding me. I wanted to go for a walk after breakfast, and now it's going to be so hot out." Theo saw Charlie tossing rings and catching them on his horn. "Hi, Theo," Charlie called happily. "Do you want to try the rings?" Theo tossed a ring high into the air and tried to catch it, but he missed. He tried again, but he missed the second one too. "It's too hard, I can't do it," Theo yelled. "You just have to keep trying, Theo," Charlie said. "What's the point?" Theo replied sadly. "I still won't be able to do it. I have to go." Now, I'm noticing that there are some nice things happening in Theo's day. I'm wondering why he's feeling so terrible about them. Theo decided to buy a chocolate bar at the store. Maybe that would cheer him up. But just as he opened the door, he felt someone step on his tail. "Ow!" Theo cried. "Oh, I'm so sorry," said a girl. "Does it hurt?" "Of course it hurts," Theo yelled. Theo turned away from the girl and, frowning, went to the store. Accidents happen. The girl apologized for stepping on his tail, and it looks like they're both feeling pretty sad or blue after that interaction. After he brought his chocolate bar, Theo started to unwrap it, but it slipped out of his hand and fell on the ground. "Oops! Oh no, my candy! What a terrible day!" Theo wailed. He sat down on the grass and burst out crying. Can you relate to Theo at all? Have you ever felt like everything is going wrong, and when you try to do something to cheer you up, something else unfortunate happens? Me too. We all have days where we kind of feel stuck in a rut. We talk about the different color zones. It feels like Theo is stuck in the blue zone, feeling really sad, feeling discouraged or disappointed or depressed, where things keep happening that make him feel sadder or more frustrated. After a while, Theo decided to go home, but as he began walking, he felt drops of rain on his head. "Oh, great, it's raining," he grumbled. "Now I'm going to catch a cold and be sick for days." Theo pouted and walked home in the rain. When Theo got home, he saw that Mom had made roasted cauliflower and toast. "Mom," Theo cried, "I wanted to make my own toast. This is the worst day ever," he cried. Sobbing, he ran out of the kitchen and into his bedroom. Do you think there are any tools or strategies that Theo could try to help make himself feel a little more comfortable with this situation? Yes, he could try to take a big, deep belly breath. That's a great idea. He could say, Mom, I'm disappointed. I wanted to make my own toast. I need some space. And he could have went to his room for some quiet time. Could maybe give his stuffy or a pet a little hug or squeeze. There's lots of different strategies we could share with Theo. Later that night, when Theo was tucked in bed, he thought about all the bad things that happened that day. What a terrible day, he grumbled. I'm probably going to have a nightmare now. Then he closed his eyes and tried to sleep. I wish Theo had tried some of our strategies. Luckily, we actually have a surprise second book today, and it's called The Awesome Day, written and illustrated by the same wonderful author and illustrator, and we're going to see how this day is different than the last. The Awesome Day. Let's see what we notice that is similar and different. The Awesome Day by Anastasia Galkina, illustrated by Karina Ladotko. One day, Theo woke up to sunbeams dancing on his face. What a beautiful day, he said as he yawned and smiled. I think I'll go for a walk after breakfast. Theo saw Charlie tossing rings into the air and catching them on his horn. Hi, Theo, Charlie called. Do you want to try? Sure, Theo said. He tossed a ring high into the air and tried to catch it, but he missed. He tried again, but he missed the second one too. Theo sighed. I can't do it, he said. Keep trying, Charlie encouraged. I know, Theo exclaimed. He put the ring on his tail, nose, and horn and spun them around. What a great trick, Charlie cheered. Theo smiled. Thanks, Charlie, he said, and thanks for letting me play. See you later. Oh, what's different about this interaction? Yes. Yeah, he still wasn't able to catch the rings on his horn, but instead of getting discouraged and stomping away, he decided to do something different, and he showed his friend a really cool trick. It's such a nice day, Theo said cheerfully, and I know what will make it even better. I'm going to buy a chocolate bar. Just as he entered the store, he felt someone step on his tail. Ow! Theo cried. Oh, I'm so sorry, said a girl. Does it hurt? No, I'm fine, Theo replied. I'm Theo. I'm Annabelle, the girl said. It's nice to meet you, Annabelle, Theo said. I was just going to buy some chocolate. Would you like to share? Sure, Annabelle replied. Look at the faces on our characters now. Last time we saw them on that terrible day, they were really sad, blue, disappointed. Now they look happy. Back outside, Theo tried to open the chocolate bar, but it slipped out of his hands and fell into the dirt. Oh no, he exclaimed. Theo and Annabelle watched as ants came out of the grass and crawled on the chocolate. Watching the bugs was so interesting that they forgot that they'd wanted to eat the candy themselves. Soon, Annabelle said she had to go home, so the two new friends said goodbye. So even though he still dropped his chocolate, he was able to experience something really cool. Ants were using it as a snack. As Theo walked along the path, he suddenly felt drops of rain on his head. I love to splash my tail in the water, he exclaimed, and he jumped into the first puddle he found. Have you ever jumped in puddles? Me too. I think it's lots of fun. When Theo got home, he saw that Mom had made roasted cauliflower and toast. Mom, Theo cried, I wanted to make my own toast. Mom smiled. I made this toast for you, Theo, but how about you make some for me? So Theo picked up a piece of bread and toasted it, just the way his mom liked it. Crackle, crackle. Later that night, when Theo was tucked in bed, he thought about all of the wonderful things that had happened. "What an awesome day," he said, and then he fell fast asleep. The end. Friends, what were some things that you noticed that were different between the terrible day and the awesome day? How Theo responded, how he helped the people around him. Yeah. What were some things that were the same? All of the same situations still happened, but Theo was able to choose how to deal with them and how to respond to them. We talk a lot about building our social emotional skills, or our SEL skills. And when we do that, we can be more prepared to handle frustrating or challenging situations as they arise. Because just like for Theo, things like that are going to happen to us throughout the day and throughout our week. And so it's really helpful if we have some tools and some strategies to help us feel more comfortable handling them. As I said, I share a lot about these tools and tricks in my lessons and in my read alouds, so be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And as a reminder, check out my classes if you'd like to join me. We'll be practicing our reading skills, creating and crafting together, as well as practicing mindfulness and writing some poetry. Before you go, I want to remind you that I love you because you're you, not because of what you do. I can't wait to see you next time.